Shalom YouTube, this is Sister T.
Sister Ebony.
And Sister Tay.
And welcome again to The Rock. So today we're just doing an introduction video to a series that we're going to be starting on us talking. Now this is like a remake to the original video I did. I think it's called, Talking and Being Quiet. So you can look at that video. It's about 4 years old, and it was recorded during the first time we arrived at The Rock about four and a half years ago. And I did a video about us women, how we need to be more quiet, that we don't have to give an opinion on everything that we are thinking, how we talk to correct our husbands, our masters, because we think that maybe our advice matters, and us knowing the right time, or even in the talking to be kind of defensive to your position on something, you know. Was all discussed in that video. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's about 4 years old, Talking and Being Quiet. However, we're going to do a remake because it's 4 years later, and I have two sisters now, and you know, we would like to discuss this topic again. And so we're going to do a series on this Talking and Being Quiet, because the Bible talks about many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion overthrows our judgment. And that's in Sirach chapter 3 in the Apocrypha. So if you want to look at that, that's what this series is going to be based on. We're going to talk about multiple variations of how we end up talking too much, how our opinion gets us in trouble, and what we should be practicing that the Bible also talks about.
Our opinion can get us in trouble because we can give an opinion if it's warranted.
So when you give an unwarranted opinion, an opinion that is not found on facts, truth,
or even wanted.
And then we'll also be discussing, I have Taylor talk a little bit more. Ty, what are we going to be discussing about this discretion? Go ahead.
Discussing discretion, what it is, how to use it, what does it actually look like for discretion in a biblical marriage, and how to better arm ourselves with the right tools to learn to talk less, be more quiet, and be better, more submissive wives.
Oh, and also, okay, I know that you said this is an introduction video, and we'll be getting you again. We'll be recording another video, and we'll start it off. But another thing, too, we want to do differently than we did with that first one is, you know, sometimes we talk about the problems that we have, like a lot of us have, especially if you're in American society. Most people deal with certain type of issues. And when it comes to talking, you know, they have the terms now, what they call it, some people are internalized, and some people express. And then what's the other one? Now they use the term yes. Some people say, oh, I'm an introvert and I'm an extrovert, and they have all these different words to explain how a person deals with what's going on in their mind, you know. And so personally, based on my videos, you could probably tell, because I probably said it enough. Extrovert. You could tell I'm an extrovert. I'm a person. I express.
No, I'm saying him.
Oh,
extrovert.
Him? Oh, definitely.
That's what's going on in his mind right now.
I am more expressive. I don't do well with holding things in my head too long. If I'm thinking about it too long, likely it's going to come out, because I do not like to feel the pressure of having this thought or having this pain or having this frustration, whatever it is, and just holding it in. I want to solve the problem. However, if you do not do it the right way, you're just causing the problem. You're just expressing opinions. You're expressing a bunch of things that's not biblical, and then you're out of line. You're out of order, and so on. There's a lot of issues that can come with that if you do not know how to use your tongue in the proper way, especially if you're a woman or you're a wife to a man. He don't want to hear all that. He don't want you to hear you spill everything that comes to your brain and your thoughts, in because you don't know how to practice discipline. You know what I mean?
There's no honor or reverence.
Or you end up doing that and you're disrespecting them, over talking them. You know, those are the things that come with being expressive, or being with, you know, where you don't want to hold things in, but then you just can't let it out any old way either. And then, you know, Ebony, you talk about with yourself. What are you? How are you?
More of an introvert. Keep more things in, not as expressive outwardly initially. Do more conversations and thinking in the mind versus, saying everything that comes to my mind. So in that aspect, and it can be talking loud also in your mind. You don't have to be just outwardly speaking or loud. You can be loud in your mind and over talking your mind, your thoughts, and in your demeanor. Yes. So there's two different aspects of being talkative, because it can come out in your emotions, in your demeanor, and how you treat someone, and your behavior.
Okay, well,
I think I'm a 50-50 split, introvert, extrovert, so I can talk and be expressive, and then I can be quiet, and fortunately have a very strong, loud demeanor or attitude, even though very few words are spoken, as my sister wives like to share with me.
So yeah, we will do this series, and hopefully, it'll create some thought. You can go to your master, husband about it. Look up any biblical verses to read and to go to him. And also discuss with other sisters, other, let's say married sisters. We're talking about being quiet with our husbands. And you can leave your questions or comments in the comment section, and we'll be happy to talk, or even if you have another question to go along with this that you would like us to talk about in a video, we can do that. It'll give us another idea to go off of, to talk about, and
As well as stories that we like hearing just from other past videos, experiences that you have had that you have been able to overcome, or even problems you're still facing. We definitely would like to hear those, to address them and help other sisters who listen to the channel.
and one thing I would do is one thing I like to share is one thing that we try to do in our videos is to be transparent. We don't tell you every last little detail that goes on with our everyday life, step after step, but we do try to be transparent and open, so that we are not speaking from a perspective that we got all the answers, that we are walking this out perfectly. Like, we literally fail, we literally succeed, we literally have a little bit of everything going on. Sometimes that we have felt the same thing multiple times, and sometimes that's what gives us the information to talk about. We'll go through these trial and errors, and sometimes we get to see the foolishness in us over and over. Like, we are in this area, or this this area in our life, we get to see the Bible in real life. Like, we are pretty stubborn over here because we've been told, and what is it that we're not getting? And then there's the things that we have fought with, and we finally have overcome, that we can share as well, or that we see when we do it right, then we can see exactly what the Bible says will happen. So throughout this series, we can share some of those things. We want to be as transparent and as we possibly can, and we want be open, so we're not presenting ourselves as some perfect beings that just got it and everyone else don't know. We've been in the same fight, we still in the same fight in some areas, and overcome it. So please share what you did to overcome it. If you overcame it, share it, because there's someone else out there that is fighting that same battle and want to overcome as well. So I hope this information is helpful.
All right, we will be back. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.